You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, YNR fans, we have got fresh, hot spoilers for next week, August 19th through the 23rd, with Billy stunning Lily by giving her the pink slip. And Sally Spectra has had enough, thank you very much, and is going to ream Adam. Plus, I've got spoiler scoop on Jack and Diane scrambling to save Kyle from himself and the messy state of his life. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm going to share these hot scoops for next week. And then tomorrow, you can get your full roster of weekly spoilers right here. I like to go with these early tidbit spoilers from least to most interesting. So I'm going to save the best for last, which is Sally. So instead, let's start with a tactical meeting at Jabot between Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. They have got worries. There is Kyle Abbott targeting Jabot using glissade, and he's got Audra Charles there alongside him. They are also very worried about Summer Newman trying to snatch custody of their grandson Harrison Abbott and taking him from Kyle. Although right now, Jack and Diane still do not know that Victor is bankrolling glissade, but they are very clear on the fact that Kyle is on Victor's radar and he's interfering and way too involved in their son's life than they want. So next week, Diane tells Jack that maybe they should ask themselves, what would Victor do? Is that WWVD? Since he is the expert on dirty tactics, but Jack doesn't like the sound of this. He does not want to lower himself to Victor's level. But Diane, she's absolutely willing to go there and says she can compromise their morals a little if it'll save their son Kyle. And Diane insists she's willing and able to sacrifice the moral high ground to get him back with them, back in the family, back on the right track. The main issue right now to me is that Jack and Diane have imperfect information. If they knew that Victor was Kyle's new boss, that could change things and change how they operate. And of course, Summer's a big problem. On Friday's episode of YNR, she's so unhinged, she even freaks out on Phyllis, and we see Summer still hyper-focused on Audra, and she gets mad when Phyllis suggests that she might be jealous. Hopefully, Victor can shake some sense into Summer. He just went very directly and quizzed Audra on Friday's episode on why Summer is so hyper focused on her, why she's so certain that there's something with her and Kyle. And Audra makes it very clear to Victor she's never met Harrison. She barely knows Summer. She doesn't know what her malfunction is. So Victor believes her, and it looks like he may need to intervene before Summer's tantrum messes up his plans at glissade. She is being a pouty brat. All right, our second big thing to talk about. It looks like Billy Abbott is taking out his frustrations with Adam and Chelsea and their betrayal on his co-CEO, Lily Winters. Remember, Billy has all of Jill Abbott's power right now, and that's the power of stock ownership. Unlike Lily's power, which came from Jill appointing her into her position, but she is not any kind of majority shareholder. So Lily has a different kind of power than Billy does. And he was taken aback over the last few episodes when Lily tried to fire him from Abbott Chancellor. And he told her basically, nice try, but you don't have the authority. And Lily trying to fire him absolutely rubbed Billy the wrong way. And then Jack kind of rubbed him the wrong way about Billy tacking Abbott onto the Chancellor Corporation name. And Jack reminded him that's not even Jill's real last name. And just to ice Billy's frustration cake, we have this thing with Adam and Chelsea exploding. I'm guessing since Billy sat down on Friday's episode to confront Chelsea, the truth comes out before he has this conversation with Lily I'm about to tell you about. So Billy's obviously going to be furious that Chelsea slept with Adam, whom he absolutely despises. And when he approaches Lily, I suspect she may be taking the brunt of a lot more of his issues than just what's happening at work with her and Billy. It looks like Lily and Billy are outside of the office together It looks more like it's the GCAC, but it's hard to see from the way they screened the shot. But they are talking business, and Lily's jaw absolutely drops in shock when Billy says, I'm going to fly solo at Abbott Chancellor. And he tells her, your services are no longer needed. Wow. The question for me is whether Jill endorsed his plan to fire Lily. I'm guessing not. Billy might not have even consulted her since Jill's still in treatment for her heart ailment. And if he didn't run this by his mom, I suspect Lily will go running to her mentor and complain. And if he didn't get approval, I mean, there's a chance Jill could actually turn around and force Billy to take a step back if he tried to fire Lily without her permission. It is messy soap stuff for certain. Finally, here's the best I saved for last. The showdown over Chelsea and Adam's cheating as it all finally comes out into the light. I said in the early edition spoilers, I expected it would start Friday and spread over into Monday, and that's absolutely what we are going to get. So on Friday's episode, you're going to see Billy and Sally walking up as Chelsea and Adam are still holding hands and talking about that night and their tension and guilt. Billy and Sally walk up in time to hear that, which also was said on Thursday's episode. But then on Friday, fresh new dialogue added to it as Adam says, that's the last thing we need. And then Connor calls out a greeting to Billy and Sally, which alerts his parents to the fact their partners are right there, standing right behind them within earshot. Adam and Chelsea kind of panic, and they say they have to get Connor home for a nap, and they just run away. And Sally and Billy kind of pause and talk about the weirdness, and they both agree, yeah, something did indeed happen. Sally no longer thinks Billy's just being paranoid. They've seen it. So at the cliffhanger part of Friday's episode, Billy asks a crying Chelsea at Crimson Lights, just tell me what happened. And then Adam comes home to a very irritated Sally. He's trying to make small talk just to avoid the topic, but finally she's had enough of Adam mincing around and just tells him in the final moments of Friday's episode, just be honest with me. So then these spoilers are for Monday when we pick back up with the drama. So these new Young and the Restless spoilers do not include any hints about how Billy and Chelsea's confrontation go, but we do have more on Sally and Adam. So it's time for him to face the music. Sally asks Adam on Monday point blank. She says, yes or no, did you sleep with Chelsea in Baltimore? Will Adam dare to lie to Sally's face? Maybe. When he and Chelsea last spoke on Friday's episode, Adam encourages Chelsea to keep on lying and denying when it comes to Billy, but Chelsea was falling apart and she said she just can't keep on fibbing to Billy's face. So even if Adam wants to keep up the deception, he's got to realize Chelsea is going to crack. And so realistically, Adam is served best to just go ahead, bite the bullet and tell Sally the truth. But we all know, Adam will hang on to his scheme until the bitter end. So we'll just have to see. That's all of the next week's spoilers we have for Y&R. Check back tomorrow for the full roster of weekly spoilers for Young and the Restless, August 19th through the 23rd. Be sure and drop your comments. Please subscribe if you're not following us, and definitely check back soon with me, Belinda from Soap Dirt, talking Y&R 7 days a week with you right here.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.